Hi, and welcome to the news that you came to watch, all about Magic the Gathering Arena and its new announcements for September 30th, 2024. I'm trying to get better about these. I've done a couple. We're going to do some more, but we're going to cover this week and what to expect in Magic the Gathering Arena. And why do I care? Well, because I'm there drafting and doing some constructed every now and then. But I know most of my efforts go in constructed into modern, which is done in at the local game store. But I want to check things out. Another way to pro is through Magic the Arena. So let's go ahead and check this out. What do we have? Let's throw our papers to the side. As announcements, out today. I'm going to get this video out. It's like 11 o'clock my time. We're going to get it out before midnight. But I wanted to cover a few things. So obviously, we've all seen Duskmourn. House of Horror has been released. You may have already got some drafts in. But the draft, we'll talk a little bit more about this, has reset, or the ranks have reset. So I'm really excited about that. That's going to mean a kickoff of our Bronze to Mythic run, hoping to do one yet tonight. I don't know if that's going to happen yet tonight, but we will, at the very least, do one tomorrow. So cosmetic stuff, if you're into that, these are kind of fun. Don't open that door. I mean, like, you could actually, I saw somebody that had a complete collection of the stickers and these emotes, and they were essentially talking shit. So it was great. If that's what you're into, if you can piece together a bunch of those into talking shit and like go for it, it's kind of funny. But they got some new phrases and stickers in the store. I think this is a great place if you are. I've had a lot of people ask me like, hey, I want to draft. I want to get better at drafting. Phantom draft does come around every now and then, but quick draft is a cheaper way to get into drafting. And so keeping that on your radar, October 4th through the 15th, we're going to see the Duskmourn House of Horror quick draft on Arena. So that's starting this Friday, this very Friday. You can get out there and start doing quick draft in Duskmourn. And I will tell you, the skill set directly translates to paper draft. So not so much in quick draft because you're drafting against bots. So the whole like reading the table and like what cards people are taking, that aspect is missing. But building a deck on the fly, skill set is learned, and then obviously playing the deck. Like, so you're coming up with a strategy on the fly, and it's a little bit more in a bubble, but you can then hopefully execute on that strategy and play games. So I think it's worth it. It's good practice. Now, I think doing Premier is a little bit better because now you get the table reading aspect of it. But even Premier has its downside, which is I'm not then in turn playing against the people I drafted against. So like I can hate draft in real life, right? Like, hey, I don't want to play against this card, so I'm just going to draft this card. That's a valid strategy. Doesn't really work in Premier Draft, but it does give you that little better insight into how to read the table and like what people are taking in Premier Draft. Now, but it's more expensive to get into. So some fun stuff coming up. I don't play all these game modes, but we'll talk about them. So starting tomorrow, which is Tuesday, October 1st at 2 p.m. Pacific time, we're going to have some midweek Magic things going on. So the 1st through the 3rd is House of Horror Constructed. There'll be some Brawl Builder challenges, Into the Future challenges, and Golden Pack sealed events going on. Haven't played any of these before, so I might check some out and talk to you a little bit about them. We talked all about Quick Draft, though, coming in Duskmourn on the 4th through the 15th for House of Horror, and then they're circling back to Bloomburrow on the 15th through the 29th, so the second half of the month, of which I will be at MagicCon. So if you're at MagicCon, you see me, come say hi. I'll be out and about playing. I'll be doing sealed events. I will be doing draft events, and I might even enter a tournament or two just to see what will happen. Other events that are going on, there is the 4th through the 6th is the Historic Metagame Challenge. 18th through the 21st is an Omniscience Draft. That's interesting. I have no idea what that is. But then here comes some of the important competitive things, which probably the things I care about the most in these qualifier events. So we have the best of one play-ins starting on the 12th. On October 18th, we have the best of three play-ins. And then on October 19th through the 20th, we have the qualifier weekend. So the qualifier play-in events are single-day tournaments in which players compete to earn invitations to that month's qualifier event. So you can do this as many times as you want. So if you fail the first time, just keep trying over and over again until you can get into the qualifier weekend. And then once you go into the qualifier weekend, it's a 2-day event which eligible players compete for invitations to the upcoming Arena Championships. So we can always take a look at that link and see what it takes. So you got to finish in the top 250 in either constructed or limited in the previous month. Well, there's several ways to get into the qualifier weekend invitation path. Finishing top 250 in constructed or limited in the previous month's ranked season. Finishing with a maximum wins in a single course of that month's qualifier event, which is what we're talking about. Earning 1 to 3 wins in a qualifier weekend. Day 2 will get you a 1 invite for the following month. So if you get to the next, if you qualify for day 2 and then get 1 to 3 wins in day 2 of a month, you get invited back to day 1 of the next month. Earning 4 to 5 wins in a qualifier weekend, day 2 will get you a day 2 invite to the following month. So there's a way to just keep, like, once you get in there, you can just keep cycling and keep going to the next month's event. And 2024 qualifier weekend event information, the formats, you can find all of this information linked in the news article here if you're interested in going deep in these qualifier events. But here's the times for those. So the play-in event is on the 12th. It starts at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern, and then it goes until midnight Eastern, or 3 a.m. Pacific, which would be 6 a.m. Eastern. So yeah, it goes from till way early in the morning. So there you go. It's a good little event if you're trying to get competitive in Arena. Same thing with the qualifier play-in on the 18th, and then we have the qualifier weekend. Now, the Arena Open itself is a Arena Open Day 1 entry window begins at 6 a.m. Pacific time, which is 9 a.m. Eastern, and closes to new entries the following day at 3 a.m. The Day 2 entry window is 2 hours only from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., and we have the Arena Open on October 12th and 13th. And these are both sealed events, best of 1 and best of 3. And then on day 2, it's a best of 3 format. So all entrants do get this sweet Span of Centuries sleeve if you're interested. So closing out the 2024 ranked season, I hope you all got your rewards. I think getting to Platinum is fairly simple or fairly easy in Constructed nowadays. There's so many fast decks. It just takes time and just play the fast decks. And that's what I think where you get the most optimal, the optimal prizes, because you move from 1 pack to 3 packs, you get the 1,000 gold, and you get the 2 card styles. So outside of Platinum, getting a Diamond just gets you another pack, and Mythic gets you another pack above that. So get to Platinum, get your rewards. Pretty easy to do every season now. Just take some time and grind it out. And here's your 2 cards that you get for the September 2024 ranked season. You get a Pyroclasm, Alternative Art, Extended Art. Same thing with the Unidentified Hover Ship. But then the 2024 October season, same suggestion, get that Platinum level. We get some Extended Art on Rite of Moth. I love this card already. I've played it in several drafts, both IRL. Well, I did a pre-release event, did it once in, maybe twice in a pre-release event, and then I did one in a sealed event on Arena, and then I drafted one. So I've played with this card quite a few times. I like this card. Undead Sprinter is the other Extended Art that is available for your October 2024 ranked season. So with that, what are you most excited about with the Arena announcements and this coming month in Arena? I know personally, I'm excited to kick off in October my next Bronze to Mythic run. Last time we got to Platinum at 18 drafts, and I fully admit Platinum is my worst, or drafting is my worst format in Magic the Gathering. So I'm learning it, and I'm just inviting you along on the journey. Come learn with me, and come see what mistakes I'm making, and maybe give some advice along the way. I don't know. Or maybe I'll help you. I can at least lower the barrier to entry. If you've always been interested in draft, I'm at least a step or two ahead of a new player. And I always like to say, if you're learning something, try to find somebody that's just ahead of you, or maybe a step or two ahead of you, and kind of where you want to be. It gives you those short-term goals, those short-term sort of objectives that you can reach out to, rather than like, I want to be good at basketball and I'm looking at a pro basketball player. I can go, I want to be good at basketball. Maybe I should look at how a high schooler plays, or a college basketball player plays or practices, right? It's the same thing. So just looking at somebody who's just a few steps ahead might help you learn and lower that barrier to entry. And I talk about my thought process throughout the whole aspect. I'm slowly getting my win rate up and up and up. When I first started, my win rate was like 33%. And now I'm up to like 45, 50-ish% in draft. And the ideal one is 66%. If you want to know what the magic number is to be able to get to Mythic, it's 66% average win rate. So all that to be said, come follow along. I appreciate you hanging out with me here, catching the arena news. This channel is all about Magic the Gathering, following my journey in my path to pro. Set a goal this year, starting this summer in 2024. In the next 5 years, I'm trying to qualify for the Pro Tour. So that means I'm doing vlogs on RCQs. That means I'm doing bronze to mythic runs on draft. That means I'm doing news and Magic the Gathering content, so that I can stay up on top of what's going on in the world of Magic, and can continue to be at least a source of entertainment for all of you. And as I like to say, until next time, we'll catch you at the table.